Listen to the song here in my heart. No. I posed a question today. I asked a question today. Is NLE Choppa gay baiting? Or are we just projecting our sexual desires upon him? When did we decide that shirtless TikToks or tight shirts were gay baiting? I just think y'all are thirsty as fuck. But we're going to get there. Hey, what's up, my top bottoms and girls of the world? Ken here, could make it back for another video. And today I wanted to come and have a little rant session. I have a little something to get off my chest or whatever. And this year, I said, bitch, we're just going to talk about it all. Now, usually I do not talk about like celebrity topics and shit like this over on here on my main channel. I had a second channel for that, but that kind of fell just because I have a problem talking about other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially artists and pertaining to their art, etc. and things like that. It's just something internal in me that it does not allow me to talk about them. Maybe because I've experienced certain things in the past. However, I've noticed that within pop culture, a lot of times there are situations that pop up where there are lessons to extract. And I think that this is one of those situations. And to make this situation even sweeter, the only reason I even came and felt the need to make this video is because something happened on Twitter earlier. So before we even get to NLE and his gay baited Choppa, I want to talk about this PlaqueBoyMax boy. So PlaqueBoyMax is like a streamer, like the Kai Cenats of the world and stuff like that, right? And one thing I know about the streamers or whatever, them boys be over there having a key. And they key in their own language, they key in their own way. They be having a good old jolly time. And I actually think that's very healthy. And I think that's great representation versus the past representation that we have had of like, you know, young niggas in the past, you know, just genuine. Could there be toxic things intertwined within it? Sure, but I think there's toxic shit everywhere. It's no shade. And I think that society as a whole tends to just focus on the toxic. And I think that's what makes things more toxic. We don't ever focus on the positive. We don't ever extract the lessons. You know, it's always an argument. It's always something. It's always like, bitch, let's drag the bitch. Let's cancel the bitch. And no, I think especially with the climate that we're in now, we got to cut it out and we got to get so for real. Okay. So with the PlaqueBoyMax or whatever, he is a streamer. And a few months ago, he was streaming. I don't even know what fully happened, but I know there was this clip that came from a few months ago of him like smacking his ass or whatever. And he had a little fat booty.
You know what I'm saying? He just had a little fat booty.
But the problem arises this morning when there was another clip of him like that went viral, and the clip was basically like him like, I feel over sexualized because the bitches on Twitter got a hold of this video. And one thing about the bitches on Twitter is that they are going to over sexualize somebody.
You're a little nasty.
Last year, I was streaming one day and Aiden and Kai came to my chat and raided my chat and said, yo, Drake dropped. But he didn't actually drop. So I was like, fuck y'all, turn around and smack my ass. Now, I don't know if y'all seen, but this clip is going like OD viral. This shit is like triple platinum on gay Twitter. There's a lot of clips, images, blank of me that leads to me getting harassed. I know y'all see the comments of niggas talking about they want to impregnate me and change the geological physics of a man, all type of nut shit. I know y'all see that shit on Twitter. It's way worse than like comments, and not comments, but DMs. Like, niggas be real life wildin'. I'm not gonna lie, bro, this shit really make me uncomfortable. It do. Like, overly uncomfortable. Overly, bro. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I really genuinely feel like if I was a woman, this shit wouldn't be okay. And niggas would say something out about it. Now, if y'all have noticed, I've kind of dialed back that part of me. I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably say some slick shit here and there.
It's just like, it's borderline rape culture. It's no shade. If you ask me, rape culture very much. These are complete strangers, and you're on the internet talking about, I would fuck him and da-da-da-da-da. I would stick it up his eye. I would come in and... Oh my gosh, when I say gay men can be just as bad, if not worse, than straight men, gay men are just as bad, if not worse. It's not no can be. They are just as bad as straight men. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are two peas in a fucking pod or whatever. One of y'all just got a little sugar on it. And I'm disgusted with the fact that people are trying to run around saying that this boy was queer baiting, talking about why he getting mad. He was queer baiting. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all have gotten insane in the membrane on this motherfucking internet, bro. I'm not even going front. The fact that I just use bro. First of all, if he's queer baiting, that just means you're thirsty. There's a victim mentality that comes with this type of message also that y'all like to remain in, which is perfectly fine because you probably are a victim to life or whatever. But to even worry about somebody queer baiting you, that's putting you in a victim standpoint. On top of that, putting you in a victim standpoint, niggas can't do shit. And y'all wonder why the problem with black men, there's an internal problem with black men, and it's because they can't do shit. They can't even begin to explore themselves. The minute they begin to explore themselves, they get ostracized and they get told, oh, you're gay, oh, you're soft, toughen up, toughen up, toughen up. You cannot want a system to disappear and upkeep that same system. It goes past just the gay community, but I'm really talking to the gay community today. But there are women that also do this too when they reinforce the stereotypes that men cannot cry, etc. You are upkeeping the system that you really want torn down. And it just does not work like that. Point blank, period. It doesn't work like that, babe. I'm sorry to break the news to you. If you want the system to die, the system that is a misogyny, the system that is a patriarchy or whatever, if you want these systems to die, you have to acknowledge the plain fact that, girl, them niggas need to go explore themselves. And that may not look like your ideal of what a man is supposed to be. Because it's a societal, it's a construct in the first place. Let that man cry. It's no shade. Man deserves some type of liberation also. For me to be on here defending straight man, that's how you know it's getting serious. And the reason I'm talking like this is because, especially to my gay folks, this type of behavior, it affects you directly. You're still a black man, bitch. You're still only seen as something if you're a handbag. The minute a man starts crying or whatever, the minute a man isn't living up to this idea of an image of what you think a man is supposed to be, a lot of society sees him as automatically lesser. And y'all also get off on confusing the fact that black men are not white men. They don't have the same privileges. Do a lot of them play into the supposed fake ass pedestal that they have? Oh, for sure. That's some cheat o'clock later. For sure, they play into it. Do not get me wrong, but I'm talking to you because it starts with you. It starts with us. I couldn't imagine walking around trying to be a straight man and having to wear this facade for you. Oh, I gotta be macho and da 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 da. That's the behavior that get your ass beat. That's the behavior that get our trans girls killed. It affects you directly, whether you realize it or not. You're still a black man. Whether you're hiding behind a Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj picture, you're still a black faggot. And they still see you as lesser. Pausing at the PlaqueBoyMax situation. Let them boys have fun. That's how them boys fucking key. So what if he want to show his ass and spank his ass? In a context of him spanking his ass, it was like, kiss my ass. It's as simple as that. These are things, if when you go back into history, when you go back to the 90s, the 80s and stuff like that, these niggas used to do that all the time. Quite frankly, it's why we had a Prince. It's why we had a Michael Jackson. They weren't afraid to go outside of these boxes. So it's disappointing when I get on the internet and y'all talk about they're queer baiting. First of all, I don't want you to victimize yourself like that. Second of all, you're thirsty. Y'all have minimized yourself down to sexual objects. Even if it was a trap that you fell into, it's pitiful. Get up out of it. You're actually cunt. I'm here to remind you of your cunt. You are cunt. Y'all ain't that cunt though, because even within the gay community, y'all don't do shit but have sex and fucking shit like that. It's a few of y'all sprinkled in, but one bad apple spoils a bunch, bitch. I'm sorry. It's the trans girls, the non-binary folk, the femme queer folk in the community, the gay girls that are moving the community forward, that have brought the community to where we are today. Do your homework. And y'all have so much internalized homophobia that's all you know how to spew out. Your noggin is working right now. So in a turn, and the reason I have to separate PlaqueBoyMax and NLE Choppa, because there's two different situations. Because I'm gonna get on NLE and his gay baiting chopping ass. Okay, even though I don't think that he is gay baiting, but we're gonna get there. Now I'm gonna give NLE Choppa his props, and I'm gonna say I do admire NLE Choppa in terms of it is beautiful to see a man try to go outside of that box. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is very healthy representation. I don't think he's been gay baiting this whole time. I think that there was a tweet sometime last year where he was like, I'm coming out, that did set a tone. It's no shade, NLE chop. So after that, girl, you had all the attention or whatever. You knew what you was doing when you said, I'm coming out. Don't, NLE, what's his boy name? What's the real name? Not Nathan, bitch. I don't know who Nathan is. His name is not Nathan. His real name, Bryson.
I don't know the nigga real name.
It's something like Bryce or something like that. I forgot what it was. But NLE Choppa, you play Okay, you did set a tone, sister. It's no shade, sister. That was very sister of you. But with also saying, I do admire the freedom that he is trying to exude or whatever, because that needs to be the thing. That is what's missing from the community. And I think he's very aware of that. So it's like he's trying to bring it back, but he can't even bring it back because, oh, you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. Oh, you fruity, da 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 da. Y'all are trying to upkeep a system. Let me dial it back, because I've been on go this whole motherfucking video, bitch, just going off, girl. Let me calm down, because that was not my plan for this video. But understand how passionate I am, because these things also affect me. Despite whatever gender expression I decided, bitch, I was still born in this world of motherfucking black man. I realized I was gay before I was black. But when I got outside of my community, I said, oh, I have the audacity to be black and gay. Understand what it is I'm coming from. Y'all want to be so divisive. I was on Twitter going back and forth with a few girls or whatever, because you can't go back and forth with me on certain things. I only go back and forth on the things I know what I'm talking about. Unlike y'all. Y'all go back and forth with group thinking. Y'all go back and forth with somebody else's thoughts. This is self-realized over here. This is given, bitch, I'm entering my prime cunt. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, I've healed and dealt with the things that come with being black and queer in America. I've explored myself. I know how to shut up. I know how to observe. Something y'all need to learn. I know how to control a cunt. Something that y'all need to learn. Because y'all want to be cunt. But it never lands. Because you don't know how to control it. To control it, you have to dance with her. To control it, you have to realize that, bitch, what's really going on? You have to sit down. Okay? Back to NLE and his chop chop. So I admire NLE Choppa. I think it's very important to have people like him. All those good things or whatever. It started with the Slut Me Out thing, the Rick James-esque video, and so on and so on and so on. Ever since then, people like to say he's gay baiting. And the recent conversation that came up with him was he's gay baiting because he showed a little ass cheek for Playgirl. First of all, it was for Playgirl magazine. Like, what are we talking about here? That's his dick, booty hole, and whatever else he said in the video.
I can't show a piece of my own ass without being called a man. It's my ass. I am not a gay baiter because I showed my ass to a lady photographer. She said, you think that you could pull it down a little bit? I said, what? She said, you know, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I said, you know what? I said, why the fuck not? It's my ass. So I showed her my ass, and she took a fucking picture. The same ass that a dick never been in, but a few hoes' tongue have been down there. Yeah, did. Is that? Oh, that's AO too. I don't know. I mean, but, you know, the older we get, a little bit far away from freedom, we do get. Listen, I am not that. And I'm only making this video because I don't care so much that certain narratives get ran. I am not that, and I am not a baiter. I don't do that. I just love myself so much. I would walk out of this hotel ass naked if I couldn't get arrested. I would do it because I don't care. I love me. And if you got a problem loving you, just say that. Just say NLE. Bro, I can't do what you do, bro. Just say that. My dick, balls, booty to the booty hole. It is simply because I love my dick, balls, and my booty to the booty hole. Let me love my dick, balls, booty hole. I can't love.
He's the key. I wish he would stop defending himself so much, but I get why he has to do that. I get why he feels the need to do that, especially in the climate that we are in. And that's another thing. A lot of these little niggas, it's no shade. A lot of these niggas, point blank period, are more sexually fluid than we. Okay, for every, I will continue to say this to the end of time, for every gay bitch you know, for every girl you know, they'll try a little puss. There is a man out there that will try a little something else, okay? And don't let it be a film cunt princess in his motherfucking face, girl. He might want to try. He might want to taste. First you got lick. You know it pussy good, huh? What you know about that?
First you gotta lick it so you know the pussy's good.
Girl, they may want to taste or whatever. Does that make him gay? To your standards, it does or whatever. Y'all do the same thing for the bitches. We got to get rid of all these double standards or whatever. And I do understand why we try to upkeep these things. But in order to get rid of all these systems, you got to stop upkeeping the shit or whatever. Let that nigga explore. Let these niggas play. Let these niggas liberate themselves. Let them have it. It has to happen. And the only way to happen if you stop going around calling niggas soft for doing, for crying, etc. The laundry list. I told y'all this was more of a rant. Y'all act very dense on the internet or whatever. The group thinking thing, I really want y'all to start thinking for yourselves. Because the period we're in, I don't know if y'all are peeping what's going on with social media, but red pill content, I think that's what the girls are calling it, is the conservative content. Oh, it's hype. It's up there. But it's up there because a lot of these people that are controlling the media, going back to Renaissance, that Renaissance tour that you probably was at, bitch, what Beyonce had up there, whoever controls the media controls the mind. I feel like she just knew what was coming, bitch. She just had to know what was coming, bitch. The people that are controlling the media, especially that X app, pay attention. They know what they are doing. Pay attention to what it is that you are intaking every day. Start thinking for yourself. It is okay to exit from the likes for a little bit. It is okay to leave the social media alone just for a little bit. Social media is rotting your brains. Because it was several of bitches on across this motherfucking internet talking about NLE was gay baiting. And it was not gay baiting. When did showing ass become gay baiting? You all see y'all self as sexual objects though, because that's what you've been told that you are. You are more than that. Hold my hand when I tell you you are more than that. Y'all thirsty. I get it. NLE Choppa is very handsome, very cute. And even he may get to a point, I don't know if he'll ever admit it now. I think he has to be very comfortable with himself. But I don't think he'll ever admit it now. But let me tell you something. When it comes to, that's a whole nother conversation for, this is a whole nother conversation for later. But when it comes to, oh, I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not that. Girl, I done seen some of the straight nigga, girl, numerous times. Sexuality is a lot more fluid, but that also goes back into seeing gay as being like this terrible bad thing or whatever. It goes into that also and how our community continues to look at it or whatever. If a girl toys with the idea, it's not a problem. The man toys with the idea, it's a huge, the world is over. Oh my God, I knew he was gay. I knew he was gay. Why is it such a skeptical still? Why do you make it a skeptical? Why do you keep continuing to upkeep these systems? End of story. I've said enough. And I'm not trying to, also I want to say this because I know a lot of the community gets some slack for grooming when it's not grooming or whatever. I'm not trying to groom nobody into being nothing. That's very weird behavior. I'm just calling it how it is or whatever. A lot of these niggas, the reason why y'all relationships is not working out with these niggas is because they rather be with another nigga. It's no shade. It's no shade or whatever. It's no shade. Girl, I said what I said. I said what I said.
Bitch, I said what I said.
This is where we'll close the video out. A lot of times we wonder why we don't have any male R&B singers anymore. A lot of them are creeps, but why we don't have that anymore? Why it's just nothing but females right now. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to what's going on. It's because the females are more interesting. That femininity is more interesting. It's more complex than what masculinity has been made out to be. That is why we have the female rap renegade. You know what I'm saying? I love it, by the way, but that's why we have that. You know, we have the lack of male artists because let a nigga try to come out trying to be Michael Jackson these days. Like, what is going on? It's like we're literally reverting back, and we're reverting ourselves back. Literally. There was a point where they were free, they were dancing on a disco dance floor and everything else. There was a point with the Chuck and Jive, all these things. We used to be a community. Y'all have become so woke that y'all are asleep. Like, what is going on here? Bitches don't dance no more. They might do a little TikTok something, but they don't dance no more, etc. Like, pay attention, girl. I'm gone, bitch. I'll get the motherfucking point of the video. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video or whatever. Stay very much so flawless. And I'll see y'all later, girl. I said all, but I rest my case. Bitch, I rest my case.